I really did not want to do this video. Really, I've been putting this off for about 3 or 4 weeks, maybe even longer than that. When I first saw the Nike Air Jordan 6 Travis Scotts, I was like, no, it's just hype. They're not really a sneaker I need to be looking at or reviewing for my channel. But then I looked at them and I was like, oh man, they're actually really, really cool. And it's like, yeah, I like them, and therefore I have to review them. So today, what we'll be looking at today, as I said, is the Nike Air Jordan 6 Travis Scott. This is a Tokyo Bara 23 sneaker channel. Tokyo Bara 23 sneaker channel です。毎日アップするので、毎日見てください. And every single day, I bring you content from Tokyo, Japan about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews. And today, like I said, we're looking at the Nike Air Jordan 6 Travis Scott that are releasing on September the 14th. And also, like I said, I did not want to do this video. Didn't like the look of these guys when I first kind of saw them briefly. Thought it was just hype following on from the Air Jordan 1s, both highs and lows that Travis Scott dropped, which are still hot and still doing really well on the resale market. I didn't think these guys were worth a look. I've said before that the 6, 7, 8 line, the Jordan 6s, Jordan 7, Jordan 8s, are not something that I'm really all that invested in. But having said all that, having a look at these guys, I think they're absolutely fire. I think they're a stonking looking sneaker, and I'm actually enjoying the prospect of bringing you guys this review today. But before we do that, this is a YouTube channel, and YouTube channels survive and thrive on subscriptions. So please do hit that subscribe button down below. And as I am here in Japan, I do say at the end of every single one of my videos, 登録お願いします。ぜひ下の登録のボタンをクリックすると助かるので、ぜひ登録をお願いします。Okay, so let's get some things. There's an awful lot to talk about in this sneaker. Like I said, I thought it was just a plain old Jordan 6, but then the hits just keep on coming. Let's start with the strangest or the least or the lesser known of things out there, which is yellow. The Jordan Vault 23, as you can see behind me here, it's branded all over this photograph. Put out some photographs of a yellow version of these Travis Scott 6s, which I think are fire. I think these greens or olives or whatever you want to call them are fire as well, but the yellow ones look pretty good as well to me. So if I hadn't seen those yellows before, when I was looking around and I thought it was just coming in one colorway. I don't know if they're friends and family. I don't know if they're going to be a general release. I don't know anything about those yellow ones other than that there are these photographs from the Jordan Vault 23. And it would be really cool to see them drop in 2 colorways and not just one. And it would be even cooler if one of those colorways is rare or harder to get your hands on or limited, which the yellow one might very well be. But then looking at this sneaker itself, like I said, there's quite a lot to talk about in it. I wrote in my notes when I was reviewing or researching this sneaker, is olive the color of fall 2019? Because of those Jordan 10 camos that dropped, did they drop last week? They're dropping soon. And on the outsole of those, they've got this sort of olive black kind of alternating color scheme going on there. And I've seen olive in a couple of other places as well. So I wonder if olive is going to be the color of 2019 as these are. And if we're going to, I don't know where to start. I just don't know where to start because there's so much on the sneaker. So I suppose it's, let's do what I usually do. That's not what I usually do, what I often do. I go top to bottom. So we'll start with the top line and work our way down. And I'm going to start at the back on the pull tab. The pull tab on the back of Jordan 6 is kind of iconic, that sort of rounded plastic kind of effect there. And it's semi-translucent, which I think is a cool effect. And it's got that kind of infrared hit of color on there as well, which is a sort of echo of the infrared blacks that dropped earlier this year, or was it late last year? I can't remember. I think it was earlier this year. But of course the olive colorway instead of the black, but that translucent effect on there I think is pretty cool. And then if you come forward to the tongue, where you've got that pull, the lace holder in, again, that infrared colorway. The tongue itself is made of a sort of canvas material as opposed to what they're usually more of a sort of glossy feel to them, Jordan 6 tongues, but this is more of a matte finish because of that canvas material in there, which is cool. And then going slightly back again, so you've gone between the pull tab and the canvas tongue, and then between the two of them there is one of the signature features that was hidden on the Air Jordan 1 Travis Scotts that dropped earlier this year because there was a pocket on the inside which is ostensibly for loose change, but maybe it's for keeping something else tucked away in there. But on these Jordan 6s, instead of having that pocket on the inside, they've made use of that kind of irregular shaped part up around the ankle to stick a pocket on there on the lateral side, not on both sides of the ankle. And it's cool. Again, some people might think it's gimmicky or it's a bit strange, but I actually really like it. I think it's a cool little touch. And the canvas element of it, the canvas element of the tongue and the canvasy element of that pocket on the lateral side, I think it really works. And like I said, I didn't want to like this sneaker, but I can't help but like it. I think it's a really cool looking sneaker. So, but then if we come down a little bit and you're going through that sort of iconic 6 upper, and then we get to the midsole and the outsole. And what I've heard is that the outsole is glow-in-the-dark outsole. I haven't seen any pictures, so I can't put anything up behind me except for the regular outsole there, which talks about it being a glow-in-the-dark outsole. Which is just another little point on there. I mean, I know Jordan 6s have had trouble with their translucent parts of their outsoles fading or turning to yellow very quickly, especially in the rain. So there is that kind of element of fear with 6s that the discoloration will happen rather quickly over time. But in the case of these guys, if they've got that glow-in-the-dark element on them, that might stop the discoloration over time. So it's another cool feature, but I can't show you a picture of that because I haven't seen any pictures of the glow-in-the-dark element yet. What I have seen is the back of these guys with that classic, can we say classic? I think we can. That sort of classic Cactus Jack heel branding on there, which I think is only on one of the shoes. Is it the right shoe that has the Cactus Jack branding on it and not the other? Which again is cool. It's a cool little feature. I remember the Air Jordan 1 highs had that little face on the back there, which is a cool feature. And we've got that Cactus Jack sort of crossover with, I think it's Cactus vertically and Jack horizontally, if I remember rightly. But again, it's a cool little touch. And all in all these cool little touches, the pocket up on the ankle, the canvas tongue, the translucent pull tab, the Cactus Jack branding on the heel, and the glow-in-the-dark outsole. I just didn't want to like them, but I like them very much. I think they're really, really cool. I might even try and buy them, which is rare for me with 6s. I do not usually get behind 6, 7s and 8s. I kind of jump from 5 to 9 in my liking of Jordans. But I might actually go for these because I think they're actually a really cool looking shoe. And it could be something to hold on to and get into the collection. So for me, Cactus Jack, the Nike Air Jordan 6 Cactus Jack Travis Scotts are actually a plus, a yes. Something I've been putting off, not wanting to do for the channel, but it turns out that it's a great looking sneaker and something that I can get behind very, very much. And if you're interested, I suggest you get behind them very quickly because these guys are going to sell and they're going to sell well. I don't know if they'll have that after sort of market sale point that the Air Jordan 1 Travis Scott's had. Probably not, but to me actually they're actually a cooler sneaker than the Air Jordan 1s with that sort of reversed swoosh on it. I think these are actually cooler, which is saying something. But that's enough for me today. It's time for me to sign off. Thanks for checking out my content. I am here every single day dropping you content about sneakers, and tomorrow and the day after I'm bringing you some Air Force 1s, which are both some really cool looking sneakers, so definitely stick around for that. And then I think the day after that, we're talking about that Nike Air Max 90s, which is going to be very interesting. For now, it's time to sign off though, and because I do this every single day, I can confidently say at the end of every single one of my videos that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.